So you're building with AI in Snowflake, and you've hit that first big question. Which language model is the right one for the job? Well, in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to find your perfect AI match without all the guesswork.
I mean, let's be real, choosing the right large language model, or LLM, can feel like looking for a needle in a haystack. There are dozens of them, right? And they all have their own quirks and strengths. How do you even know where to begin?
And look, this isn't just some theoretical problem. If you pick the wrong model, you could end up in this endless loop of trial and error, which costs a lot of time and money. You really need a way to just quickly test the options and find the best fit for what you're trying to do.
And that right there is precisely why Snowflake built the Cortex playground. It is literally an AI sandbox designed to solve this exact problem.
Just think of it as your own personal AI lab. It's a safe space where you can play around with all these incredibly powerful models without having to write a bunch of complex code or spin up any infrastructure or, worry about breaking something important.
So this slide is basically our game plan. First, we're going to test a simple prompt. Then we'll compare different models side by side. After that, we'll hook it up to some real Snowflake data, and to finish it all off, we'll export production-ready SQL. Let's dive in.
All right, so how fast can you really go from just an idea to an actual AI output? Let's find out. We're going to run our very first test.
Getting that first result is ridiculously simple. You just hop into the AI and ML studio, pick a warehouse to handle the compute, choose a model from the list, and type in your prompt. That's it. Boom. You get an AI-generated response right away, all inside the Snowflake interface you already know. And here it is, the magic button, View Code. With just one click, the playground shows you the exact SQL that made that response happen. And this isn't a gimmick. This is your direct bridge from just playing around to actually building something real. We'll come back to this.
Okay, running one test is cool and all, but how do you actually choose between models? Well, this is where the playground becomes a total game changer. You can literally put them in a head-to-head showdown. You can take two completely different models, give them the exact same instruction, and see their answers right next to each other. Is one more on point? Is one a bit more creative? You'll know in seconds.
So, for instance, say you ask both models to summarize a customer review. Llama 3 might give you a super concise, just the facts breakdown. But Mr. Large, on the other hand, might give you a more detailed, kind of narrative summary of the customer's feelings. Neither is wrong, but one is probably way better for your specific task.
But here's the thing. It's not just about pitting different models against each other. You can also see how a single model's personality changes when you start fiddling with its settings. This is how you really dial in the exact kind of output you're looking for.
Take this temperature setting, for example. Keep it low, and the model plays it safe. It gives you very predictable, factual answers. But if you crank that temperature way up, well, the model gets a lot more creative, a little more adventurous, and might give you some ideas you weren't expecting.
So what are all these different knobs and dials that you can tune? Let's do a super quick breakdown.
These are pretty much your main controls. Temperature, like we said, is the creativity dial. Top E controls how predictable the model's word choices are. Max tokens is just a simple limit on how long the response can be. And Cortex Guard, that's your built-in safety filter. So yeah, you've got a ton of control.
Now, testing with random prompts is one thing, but the real magic happens when you start using your own data. So let's see how you can connect the playground directly to your tables right there in Snowflake.
And you guessed it, it's incredibly simple. You just point the playground to one of your tables, pick the column that has the text you want to work with, and you're good to go. The cool part is, the experimentation happens right on your data, securely inside your Snowflake account.
Oh, and just a quick heads up, to keep things super fast and responsive while you're testing, the playground works with a sample of up to 100 rows from your table.
So once your data is connected, you use what's called a system prompt. Think of this as your instruction manual for the AI. It's where you tell it exactly what to do with every single row of data it sees, whether that's summarize this, translate this, or extract the key sentiment from this.
Okay, the finish line. How do we take all this awesome experimentation and turn it into a real, working, automated process? Remember that View Code button? This is its moment to shine. Because when you click it now, it doesn't just give you a simple command. It generates the exact SQL query with your chosen model, your fine-tuned settings, and your system prompt, all baked right in. It's the whole recipe. And this isn't just some little code snippet, it's a full-on, production-ready asset.
You can copy and paste this thing directly into a worksheet, a Snowflake notebook, or even build a completely automated data pipeline with it using streams and tasks. You literally just operationalized your AI work in a few clicks.
So there you have it. In just a few minutes, we went from that overwhelming question of which model do I even pick, all the way to a production-ready SQL function, perfectly tuned for a specific task on our own data. The whole process is simple, it's powerful, and it's ready for you to use right now. The only question left is, what will you build first?